when I finished uni, bro, and it was time to look for a job, because once again, like I said, coming from a place of privilege, and thanks to my lovely parents again, I was always receiving pocket money while I was in uni. Standard, every month, I had guaranteed pocket money. So the moment I graduated, bro, pocket money stopped. It's almost like they didn't even give me like chance to prepare for the real world.
Welcome to the Lanre Show, and I'm so grateful for you honoring my invitation. And yeah, so my first question that we ask you as a proper Nigerian: how is life in Nigeria before you come to the UK? Like what you do and all of that.
First of all, I'll say thank you very much as well for inviting me over to your show.
All right.
It's also a good thing to see we're both namesakes as well. Both of us
Yeah,
are Lanre.
Lanre, yeah.
Lanre YG Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
But what was life like? Man, it's crazy. Like I've had various versions of life as a Nigerian, but at a later stage, I began to have it good. Obviously, I wouldn't really go into details, but growing up, Miss Rulere boy.
Oh, proper Lagosian.
Proper Lagosian, no more a billion in me. Yeah, Surulere boy. From Offing.
Yeah, okay.
Although he no longer exists. Because sometimes I ask my dad, like, where we actually from? He's like, he no longer exists because we got displaced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know the Kata Bridge?
Is it
second bridge
within Lagos State?
Within Lagos State,
no,
Offing. It's Aleko, basically. We got displaced so that the Kata Bridge can be built.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about it.
Yeah, so that's where I'm from. So unfortunately, I have no home anymore in Lagos. But I was born in Badagry as well, so I'm a full-blown Lagos. And it's funny because most times when people meet me, they're like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, Yusuf Aziz. Are you from the north? I'm like, no. And then I'm like, I'm a Lagos boy. And they're like, no, where are you from? Because there's this perception everyone was born in Lagos, but they're not originally from Lagos. So I feel like I have to explain myself. And when I explain, people think they're just like, whatever. But that starts aside. Personally, before I came to the UK, I would say I had a humble childhood.
Okay.
I was grateful and blessed to have parents that actually cared and put them in a position where they could provide for every need that I wanted as a child growing up. Went to a good school, Fountain in Adelabu. Shout out to any of my Fountain guys watching this. Then from there, obviously, secondary school. I'm actually a seminarian.
Oh, okay.
But Anglican seminarian.
I'm actually from Anglican too, yeah.
Oh, seriously?
My background, yeah.
Yeah. Because when I tell people seminarian, they're like, oh, so why are you getting married?
So do you know all those songs, all those sour hymns?
Definitely, I try. And then completed my secondary school in Badminton Macaulay in Ikorodu. Like deep Ikorodu before it became gentrified to be good as what it is now. And then luckily from there, unfortunately, I never even got the chance to write JAMB. I didn't even write JAMB. So I used my WAEC to enter school here.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't write JAMB. So that's about...
Then, you had to write JAMB, then do UTME.
UTME, yeah, I did not.
Bro.
Yeah, so that's why I always say, and I hope my parents watching this, I love you guys, I'm grateful. So I had that privilege. I just don't want to use the word, but I had that privilege and I will never take it for granted. Yeah, so that's why because it was like from the onset, they knew that we're sending our son abroad. So I only just did WAEC and NECO.
Just jackpot.
And I just jackpot. And 2013, September 19, it's weird how I remember the date. September 19, 2013 was when I now moved to the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's about, I left at a young age.
Yeah.
I left when I was 18. So I didn't really do much. I didn't have much to do. I was 18 years old. I only had one work experience with my uncle.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but
So-
nothing. I didn't really do much. It was my background in Nigeria was basically academical.
Okay.
Yeah, up to secondary school.
So let's talk about life actually.
Yeah,
So what was the turning point for you in your life that you say, okay, that actually changed your trajectory? Like, what was that point that, okay, this is the path I want to go?
Wow. It's funny you said that because so this is quite funny because like most Nigerians, not all, but most Nigerians when they come, we come as freshies.
Yeah.
Like it's called, yeah. And I think I still had that typical, not in a derogatory or negative way, because I don't want anyone to think what I'm saying is negative, but everyone kind of had this typical Nigerian mentality in the sense that maybe this, let me use myself as an example so no one thinks maybe I'm just speaking out of context. Like using myself for example, like growing up in Nigeria, I didn't used to think outside of the box, or not think outside of the box. I didn't see life outside of the box differently.
Yeah.
I saw life from a specific cocoon. And coming to the UK, I still kind of had that mentality. I'll be very honest with you. I still
like
saw
what the cocoons. What, like, can you go a little deep into like how do you see it?
It's various things like way of life, culture, like
The anyhowness.
Anyhowness. God bless you. I just, it's just hard to put it into context, but I'm sure you like the anyhowness. I still had it in me, like talk anyhow, move anyhow, like just be raz and all that stuff. But I mean, I'm still an extrovert, but I think it was on a different level back then. And I think what gave me that different trajectory to choose or be of a different path, because obviously I already had my own ambitions because I came here for school and I had parents that was, gosh, my mom was always on my neck, so I had ambitions. But on a social level, I was highly influenced by friends I made here when I was in the UK.
Are they Nigerians?
They're Nigerians and Ghanaians. And the thing is, there was only about 7 or 9 of us in the whole university. So it was basically University of Hull, but Scarborough campus. So University of Hull had 2 campuses. There was a Scarborough one, and we're only like 7, 9 black people, and we're all Nigerians and 2 Ghanaians basically. So, but the Nigerians that I met there, half of them had their life and childhood here. So being among that mix actually had a huge impact on me, and it changed me.
It's actually easier for you to forget who you are, like where you're coming from. But that was a major influence. But in terms of different trajectory, I've always had a focus and a mission. Where you're heading to,
what I wanted to. All I knew I wanted to do was, when I first came here 2013 at the age of 18, obviously my ambitions were not so big at that age. School was the focus. So I just had to make sure I do well. And I was an international student, so I had that fear that I can't bang or I can't fail because the money my dad is paying is crazy, so I can't fail. So school was like the major focus for me. And obviously when I got to final year, I met my beautiful fiance who I'm getting married to this year, and career path began to develop, and I was having different ideas in my head of what career to go into.
Okay, so how do you get yourself out of that circle?
The anyhowness circle.
The African that you said they are having impact in the way you, when you mingle with those guys.
Mingling with them, They had
you
a positive impact.
Is it positive or
it was
negative?
a positive impact. Okay. It was a positive impact. And to answer the question of how do you come out of that circle, sometimes I even come across them, like when someone has just come fresh from Nigeria, there's a way you can tell, the way they act or behave. Like, I'll give you an example now. One of my guy, like, went on holiday to Morocco with a friend, and he specifically said there, like, no pictures. But there's this anyhowness. I go use that do I be sharp guy.
Yeah.
I go run like
We
that's
go run am,
we go run am. Like
yeah.
that's an example. But
Yeah.
rather than understand the respect and human sentiment of things, where don't be that person where, or maybe you're on the bus and they're on loudspeaker and they're shouting. So the best way to come out of that, to be very honest, is find the right circle. Like for me, I was so lucky and blessed to find that circle. I wonder how my life would have turned if I didn't find that circle. And it wasn't just about finding that circle. I also had a specific friend that that had a big impact, that shaped me. His mom even took me as her son.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Bolu Jegede. Okay. His mom took me as. Funny thing is, we met first time at uni. He was moving in and I was making a bar no okra.
Oh, okay.
That's to show you what I mean. Like I was in the uni halls. I just came and I was turning a bar no okra, and he saw me and he burst out laughing because I was like, this guy, you just came from Nigeria. Well, that was funny, but he shaped me and he helped me. And also my Ghanaian friend, we call him Dre P. They shaped me, and the rest of the Nigerian crew, we call ourselves Scarborough lads.
Yeah, okay.
They really shaped me. So the best thing for those people is to, once you go into a specific culture, not just the UK, even within Nigeria as a country, as a Lagos boy, if I go to Abia State or if I go to Kaduna, I'm sure there are some cultural settings, or there's a behavioral settings in that culture or community that I have to respect and follow, you know. So it's just to always have that respect and hopefully find people who can guide you right, you know.
When I see people complaining about there's some things that we ourselves that we are at fault.
Yes.
The etiquette, the way we do some stuff is questionable.
It's questionable.
For real. So,
I mean, I'll give you an example in addition to that. Because I was in Lagos May last year. Yeah. Rest in peace to my grandpa. My grandpa passed away. And and on my way back after the whole funeral, this was at Muitala Mohammed Airport. I remember I was sitting next to this lovely guy. I don't know if he sees this podcast, he might remember. Me and him were actually just chilled, relaxed, and this flight was going to Italy first.
Yeah, okay.
Mamma mia. You should have seen the drama from Nigeria. And there was this specific guy. Yeah. The rule was you only allowed, you know, obviously when you're traveling, you're only allowed a hand luggage and a piece of backpack. Yeah. And that piece of backpack needs to have size. Yeah. So at this point in time, sometimes some airlines, they have those moments where, we are ready, want to charge extra, we're ready for people. They were charging that time. So they told this man at the check-in, we'll charge you for this. So just pay now. He was forming, I will run now. I think we paid then, I think. And then it was like, I just did my own because embarrassment, I don't like it. Of course. I don't want to, but him was like, we will run and we will do everything. Now it was time to board the plane and come and see drama or more. We're like, sir, you either have to pay to go with this or you have to leave it behind. And he then went to a white Italian man and started narrating to the white Italian man what's happening. Wow. And two things came to my mind then. First thing first was respect law and order and respect rules. Yeah. And the second thing that came to my mind was reporting to an Oyinbo person. I don't want to say white or anything, but reporting to an Oyinbo person, what does that do? Does it provide you with a sense of superiority that the person will be able to talk to them? Do you understand where I'm coming from? So I remember me and that guy were just next to each other and we're like, this is so embarrassing. So is that anyhowness? And I remember the airports people, I've forgotten what they call them. Is it La Masa or something? But there's a name the airports crew has. And they had to come. They threatened to take him away. And then he had wisdom and at the end of the day, he paid. But he delayed the flight by almost 2 hours. Like this, that's just an example of how anyhowness.
And when you are being cautioned about what you are doing, there will be another narrative. They say, is this. But then, when you guys are shouting inside the bus, when you see everybody sitting
and you're on
calmly,
loudspeaker,
then you start, and they now said, you should turn it down. Now say, it's because of this is because of that.
You see?
And that's not it.
No, that's
in real sense, that's not it.
No.
Let me give you an example. Okay, this person is a religious person, let's say Muslim, and you are a support worker, and you said that you cannot, because of your religion, your belief, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. Or you can't go to pub, you can't go to a one of our clients that is smoking, you can't do this, you can't. So I was talking to one of my colleagues. I said, okay, now if they now sack you, or they said, okay, you now start saying it's this.
Yeah. So I think I get what you're saying. In the sense
so
that
you now start the narrative that it's because but then
you knew what you were getting yourself into.
You when you say, okay, I want this job.
Yeah.
You've gone through the whole this thing, and they said, and you said you are flexible. Even
yes.
you yourself, you say, oh, I'm flexible, I can do this. Now you are not flexible. So when they now say, okay, we have to relieve you of this, you know, say, no, it's this, is that. So yeah, it's crazy, honestly.
So it's just good to see that I came out of that, and it wasn't long. It was only for like 6 months I was in that, because I had to shape into a different person. But it's at the end of the day, though, I don't really blame them, because like I said, I'm owning up to you. I was once like that. I don't really blame them. I think there's just something about not being able to see life beyond what you're in sometimes.
Yeah, but when you are in a place that is it's different from where you're coming from, you should at least adjust and blend.
Yeah.
But they actually, people used to blend into the negative parts. Like, you know, let's talk about, if I want to give an example now, let's say in marriage, that's when they want to blend into, okay, I have power now, I can speak in the marriage. You know what I'm talking about? When they say men and there's always, when they come to this country, that's the first thing they will blend into that part. But the rest, there will not be growth in other parts. But you see that part that I can now speak up now. I can do this. They will blend in that part.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that from a diplomatic lens, it's also a good thing, because Nigeria is such a highly patriarchal society.
Of course.
And some men put their wives through hell.
Of course.
So it's a way for them to voice out. But obviously then from the other end, some of them are using it to, like what some people would say, taking of the piss. And I think it got so bad, the British government had to get involved. Because I'm not very well versed in it, but my understanding is now, if you're filing for divorce to send your partner home, you have to go with them, something along those lines. So the government had to step in and put in those laws to avoid people that were using that in a negative way, you know, once they come sharp.
To be fair, back home, I think the only thing, the understanding of being the head of the family or the husband is just to provide. It's
just to provide.
They don't do anything aside that money.
Yes.
So when you now go to the UK, where, boy, aside the money, you guys provide something else. There's a lot. There's a lot to be taken from you. Like you have to do this. Nobody's when your wife has gone to work since morning, you can't expect her to bring food to your table.
No.
Yeah. So stuff like that. That's where they start having problems.
Like the men need to adjust. Basically.
Yeah. So you go wash plates. You go do a lot of stuff.
I agree.
That you have not been doing at home. So it is. I know it's not everyone can cope with that, because their ego has been tampered with. It's really we Nigerians, we ego, men, we have that ego. Like we don't want anyone to question that. Don't go that part. But then they go that part too, bro. They go that part.
And the thing is, I really wish men, which is why I said it, like if you look at it from a diplomatic lens, some of Nigerian men as well, is bang on what you said. I think some of them just struggle to adjust.
It's
love
hard.
is beyond my wife. I mean, that's not even what love is, whereby your wife is to serve you. You know, love is you and her there for each other.
Yeah, but you know that's the standard.
That's the standard, but they have a different standard.
Yeah, there's different standard. Yeah, so
we shouldn't be.
Yeah. Back home is just head of. You don't do anything else.
Don't do anything else. By the time you come back, food is ready.
Yeah, because they are the sole provider in the family. So whatever you say is,
of course, it's fine.
Yeah,
but you can't be a sole provider in the UK.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. Okay, so let's move away from
No problem.
So let's talk about growth.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so what part of your journey was painful but formative?
When I finished uni, bro,
Yeah.
and it was time to look for a job. Because once again, like I said, coming from a place of privilege, and thanks to my lovely parents again, I was always receiving pocket money while I was in uni. Standard, every month I had guaranteed pocket money. So the only work experience I had, even in the UK before my first proper job, was I was a student ambassador at the university. And then the moment I graduated, bro, pocket money stopped. It's almost like they didn't even give me like chance to prepare for the real world. And the real world here, and I started job hunting. Me and this my friend, it was so bad, bro. Like in a month, I'm not lying. There's evidence because I still pull it up and send him Snapchat of it and we laugh about it. In a month, I used to do close to 100 or more. 100 or more job applications.
Wow.
And that was the beginning of my career growth. It was mentally challenging. It got so bad, I began to even think, is it me? Like, what's wrong with me?
Is it about you?
I'll get to the final stage. How many video interviews did I do? Sometimes I will even do an interview, we'll get to the final stage. Sometimes I'll fall into the hand of this. They are legit, but I call them scams. Those ones that they will invite you for a sales role. You think you're going to work in a company, not knowing that you're going to be standing on the road trying to sell and advertise Wi-Fi package to people. So like it was tough. And I think one of the things that affected that as well was I may be wrong, but when you're in that situation, you begin to hear many things and you might begin to accept it as gospel. Sometimes I felt maybe my name was a barrier.
Okay.
It got so bad that the email I used to apply for jobs now is basically my baptismal name, Joseph.
Yeah, I've heard that before, actually. Yeah.
And
is it real?
I won't like. I applied for one job and in 3 days they called me for an interview. And it was an experiment. Because initially I used to apply for a job with my standard email. Then I created this fake, not fake, but like, I was like, you know what, let me create a whole new email. So I used my baptismal name, Joseph. I don't come and say this before people start emailing me, spamming me with emails. And I began to receive more responses of positivity. Obviously, they're still the unfortunately sorry, but I began to receive more responses. So I was like, okay, maybe it's actually gospel that your name is a disadvantage because boom, you open CV Yusuf and they might not even be able to pronounce my middle name.
Just scroll it
away.
This one is not.
No.
Just scroll it.
And then second thing I felt was gospel was accent.
Okay.
So there were times I went for sales role because my sister used to be like, go for sales, and accent was a thing. But it could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't just my time yet, but it was tough anyways, applying to over 100 jobs. And finally, in as much as I was chasing an office job, I ended up in retail, which also shaped me. That was my first ever job. I worked in retail for a company called Shoe. So I used to sell shoes and it was an amazing part of my career growth, I'll be honest. I'm very grateful to everyone I worked with. I made good friends from there as well. And then did that for 3 years. Can you imagine? Even while I was still doing that, I still used to job hunt. Because my mother is a very ambitious person. So she's always like, oh, you see, Risha, you haven't found work. And I'm like, I'm trying. And from there, after 3 years, I landed my role in the company I've been working with since 2021 up till now. So that was it, man.
So in this your journey, have you ever is that a moment where your confidence dropped? Do you have in your head, do you have a particular scenario that you are just down, you don't know what to, don't know where to go,
Absolutely, which is why I mentioned shout out to that my boy Yinka, because me and him had that same feeling, in the sense that, like I said, you began to think, is it me? What am I doing wrong?
So when you have someone you work with, that particular season.
Yeah. So me and him were in the same bondage together, looking for work.
Yeah.
His was even worse because me, luckily, I was a British citizen from time through my mom. After after you study and you don't find a job within a specific period of time,
if you
it's
just
game
go back,
over. So his own was. I remember one time he even had an offer, and they withdrew the offer when they realized he needed sponsorship. So you can imagine the mental challenge.
Yeah, that shit is.
It's disturbing.
That's another. Yeah.
So for me as well, the sad times I had, I lost confidence. I began to feel like I'm probably not good enough, and even my own parents began to think I'm relaxed because you told us that this job you got in 2018 working in retail was just to sustain you because I wasn't having any money coming in. My sister was the one helping me, so I finally got this one just to keep me going while I was searching. So imagine for 3 years you still never find anything. So he really no.
Upon all the money we spend.
Yeah. I mean, within that time period, I was doing my master's as well. Don't get it twisted. So, but I was still applying. So that at least maybe after I finish my master's,
you get the proper.
I will get it, bro. It never happened until 2021, bro. From 2018, did my master's to 2020. So from 2020, when I finished my master's to 2021 November, bro, I was still looking.
Wow.
And I felt like it's not for me. But one thing I just knew was it would happen. Because naturally, I'm this kind of person where I believe you can't be in the same bad situation forever. It's impossible.
Of course, no.
You would always overcome it. No matter how long it takes you, you would overcome it.
I believe that.
From a faith angle as well, I'm a firm believer of when something is for you, nothing can take it away. Nothing can. They might be able to stop it, but it can never be taken away. So that was just what kept me going. Like, as long as I keep applying and persevering, I'll get this. And luckily I got here, and I'm grateful to my company. Very, very grateful to my company, honestly. Like, they really helped me, bro. Like, I've been in the same company going 5 years now, and I've been in different departments. They just keep moving me around. And it's a great place to work. I'm not even going to lie. So that's just been it for me, for real.
Right. So the word setback. What comes to your mind?
When I hear the word setback, I think it varies. It could be setback on the goal you're trying to achieve. It could be setback on career. Setback even in friendship.
Have you experienced any setback?
Have I experienced setbacks? I've experienced a lot of setbacks, but
which one, like, it's
the
deep?
one that eats deep the most, and till today I still like tease my dad about it, but my dad is like, but look, it shaped you and you became a different person, was my high school.
Okay.
So like, I wasn't the academically brightest student in high school. I would say I was like a C student. Yeah, maybe like between. I've sometimes C, sometimes D. I wasn't. It's almost like I really struggled with the Nigerian educational system, and obviously I didn't know that back then till I came to the UK. But I would explain on that later. So when I finished SS1, I was supposed to go to SS2. I actually gained promotion. So it's not like I banged, I didn't fail. But my parents saw it as, you've just been coasting along as a C student. Like, you know, Nigerian parents, if you're not an A star or an A student, you're not doing well. And looking at it, I was trying. I wasn't doing well. I was just like, it was almost like C all the time. So I gained promotion, and my parents decided to take a big step in my life, which really positively shaped me as a person, which is why my dad is like, at the end of the day, look who you are and I helped you, and now we get there. And what happened was, Popsy and Momsy called the head of department and spoke with the principal that we want our son to do the year again.
Okay.
Now imagine that trauma.
In my school we call it the chop beans. That's it.
So imagine that trauma going
Yeah.
back to the same class with your juniors.
Yeah, the same
Yeah,
school.
The same school.
Bro.
So that's why I'm like, I've had setbacks, but this one still affects me sometimes mentally till today because it was such a bold step. And initially, they wanted me to do it in a different school. I remember I went to Darwin College then to write the exam to go into Darwin College. I passed.
Okay.
Then they were going to take me to White Sands. For some weird reason, I didn't want to do White Sands because I think White Sands is an all-boys school. And I didn't want an all-boys school. So it was either Darwin College or back there. And I think it was my pops that made the ultimate decision to go back there. And I think that was the first time in my life I experienced depression without knowing it was depression. Because even yourself, you can already imagine.
Yeah, I know.
So, but glory to God, they took me in as a family. I remember then I was always trying to prove a point. I'll find my results. I'll be like, I was actually promoted. Like, it was my parents that told me. So it's not like they think I'm dumb and I'm
Yeah,
not good.
I actually understand because I was in boarding house, and when I was in secondary school, one of my biggest fears is to repeat.
It's to repeat. Yeah.
So there's seniority.
Yes.
You imagine me and my junior now in the same class.
So
that's
it was
I think
trauma.
that's one of my motivation. Like, I must not repeat.
But now imagine in a situation where it's not even like you failed though.
Yeah, yours.
Your parents just feel like it's the right thing for you. And here's why I say it worked out for the good. And my dad is like, look, it worked out for the good. Remember I said earlier, I was like a C student. Yeah. I was always coasting. I wasn't excellent, but I was coasting.
Yeah.
I'll do what it takes to sharp pass.
Yeah, of course.
And that repeating a year changed me. I began to see myself as, before they look me this way, I must. And I did excellently well, so well that I became a prefect as well. And to become a prefect then, it was mostly like people
academic,
that were good. It helped. I became a prefect. I passed WAEC because it was my WAEC I used to enter school here. NECO, I don't even care how I did NECO because I already knew that my WAEC, I was focused.
Standard,
So I did he really helped and shaped me, and he helped me to.
I think it's always like, it depends on the person. How you take the fall.
The fall.
In my school, if some people, if they after that scenario, like, okay, they've repeated the class, after they chop that beans, they miss that road. Like, they don't stay focused anymore. So but some, they took it like, okay, now that same people that say, okay, they repeated the class, they are now the one leading that same class. So it depends on who you are and how you take fall like that. So so let's move on to your faith. And I am just trying to get to know more about you before you. So how do you stay grounded when pressure, ambition, and life pull at you? How do you stay calm? Is she the main motivation?
She is a great motivation, and she's a blessing in my life. And I'll be very honest, my fiance, because there are nights when we're on a call, because we don't live together, obviously.
Okay.
So when we talk every night on the phone, there are nights, which is normal. Every human has that feeling.
Yeah.
People call it winter depression.
Of course.
Yeah, there are nights when you just have that feeling of, I'm not doing enough, and where is my life going? Am I going to remain here forever? But when everything is down and I need to stay up, it's my faith. Yeah. And this is weird. I always like to use the parable of Jesus. I mean, don't get it twisted. My name is Yusuf Aziz, but I love Jesus. I'm a proud Christian. Okay.
You have a lot of personality that I need to. At first I was thinking you're Ghanaian. You remember?
Many people think I'm Ghanaian
because the first time I met you, like, I've seen you in church before, but the first time, like, seeing you speak, you're actually speaking you know, this woman's 50th birthday.
Yeah. Me that
You said me that stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, okay,
yeah, Aquaba.
yeah, these guys. But then again, we're now talking. I say you are like, how? I sound now. What's going on here, people? So
no, I'm a Christian.
Okay.
Most people think I'm Ghanaian, but I'm not. They say I look fishy. But anyways, one thing that keeps me going, as I said, is I like to use the parable of Jesus, and I still say it today. There's this parable in the Bible. I might not be able to say word for word, but it's about a farmer that plants seed.
Yeah.
There's one that germinates on shallow soil but dies. There's one that germinates amongst thorns and it gets choked. And there's one that germinates on fertile soil and produce 60, 50, and even 100 times more. That parable basically means there's people that they have faith in Christ. And in terms of trouble, these are the ones in the thorn. In terms of trouble, they get choked. When they get choked, they give up on Christ, which we've seen happen to many people. Where they'll be like, God, why? Why me? Where was God when my mother died, kind of P, or where was God when my father died, type of thing. And there's also the people that they happily hear God's news, but people around them and the circles they mix with, or maybe they become big in life and they forget God did this for me. So I always now try to be like the third person, where on fertile soil, where you've heard the good news and you stand on Christ, come rain, come shine.
Okay.
That's one thing that definitely helps me. And how do I then keep that? Because I'm not a prayer warrior, I'll be honest. I have faith and I love Christ, but I don't know how to be a prayer warrior. So I just talk to God. And how I do that is through a Bible. My church from day one, Chapel of the Healing Cross in the Araba, shout out, introduced me with as a child. And I still keep with that Bible till now in my early 30s, you know. The Bible is called 1 Year Bible, and it's NLT, New Living Translation. It basically helps you read the Bible in a year. January 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously I try to then read it daily. There are times when I will derail, but when I go back, it helps me stay grounded. It's faith. I know most times it's easy to say because some people are like, everyone just says faith. But trust me, I always say to my friends and my fiance, I don't know how some people live their life without Christ when they're in trouble. When hard times come, when depression comes, like, how are you surviving? It's impossible. Because even during those dark times, you will still stand on like, God, I beg.
Yeah, that's why I used to tell people, like, it's not by maybe you for yourself, you're like, okay, I want to be faithful to God, or this is I want to know God. Willingly, yeah. And sometimes it's not willingly. Like situation around you, what happened to you, led you to that, like by force, like, okay.
Yeah.
It's, everyone, when you experience something in life, you'll be forced to draw to something, like
something.
Yeah, that's something like, I beg.
Yeah.
You shall find something to say, I beg.
Yeah,
if it's God or someone, just I beg. Let this work. Maybe you've experienced disappointment so many times.
Yeah.
You find someone to call.
Yeah.
Regardless of you believe in Jesus or you believe in Allah or you didn't believe in anything. When that situation comes, you pray to something.
Definitely.
You just like, I beg.
Yeah.
This thing is too much.
It's
I
too
beg.
much, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's part of adulthood. Adulthood will teach you a lot of stuff, like, bro, you have to
stand strong.
Yeah. You have to know something. Yeah, is it that you believe in God or you believe in God?
Or not?
Regardless of where, I'm not religious. You must call on something. Yeah, you must call on something.
Yeah, and even although I sounded biased by saying I don't know how people live according to Christ, thinking about it now, even if it's not Christ, like. Adult will something you will be calling something. You must call like it gets crazy.
It gets crazy. Like you must call on something like I beg.
Yeah, especially when you're going through a major life event, like myself and my fiance are going through, where we're planning weddings. And do you know it's crazy because it happened to my best friend.
Yeah,
and it happened to my second best. I have two best friends.
Yeah,
they were my best friends from secondary school.
Yeah.
When I repeated a year, they stood by me. I love them to death. When they were getting married, things started happening. even with me too, obviously, I'm not going to say you on camera, but a lot of crazy things are happening in my life right now, bro, as I'm speaking to you. Like, sometimes
That's
my
adulthood,
fiance
bro.
would be like, this is temptation. Why is it that we're getting married and this is happening? So, the only thing we just have is we hold on to God. Like, all sorts of crazy things will just be happening. The planning will not be going how you want it. There will be something else affecting you in life that would not make you focus. But one thing I just know is, with God, we go run them and I will survive.
Of course.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your relationship life. Yeah. So how do you meet your fiance?
She saw me and she was like, "Oh, I like you. Can I have your number?" She was like, who is this hot, sexy, handsome Nigerian chocolate? I'll say the truth and I will expose how I've already said it on our wedding day. I will expose. Do you want to know the funny story of how I met this beautiful woman?
Yeah.
Do you know that I approached my babe 3 times and she shined my eyes? First time I approached her, she didn't accept me. Do you know why? She said she thought I had a family in Nigeria.
Oh, okay. You're married in Nigeria.
She thought I was married in Nigeria and I had a family.
And
I'm not.
That's the normal story. There.
She thought I was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Second time, she thought I wanted to use her for passports.
Okay, passport.
Man, some Nigerian men have really spoiled the dating pool for innocent guys like us.
It's crazy. Yeah.
She thought I wanted to use her for passport, and then the third time, when she now realized that, oh yeah, this guy is British, she made me show her my British passport. I actually showed her that I love you for who you are. I'm not trying to use you for pali or anything. But we met at University of Hull. I was in final year. She was in first year.
Okay. Senior.
Senior. She was in final year. I was in first year.
She was in final year?
No, I was in final year.
Okay.
I'm sorry. She was in first year. So we met at the library, and the funny story of how we met was funny because I was doing my assignment in the library and she was with a crew of friends, and she's her Nigerian side. She's from Edo.
Okay.
So they started joking. Her friends started teasing her that, from Edo. You guys are the king of jujus. They are beautiful.
Edo girls.
So they were teasing my babe back then, like, you guys do juju? You guys are the kings of juju. And I was just there listening and laughing. And I was like, and I approached her later. I was like, I've always been seeing you. I didn't know you were like half Nigerian. And we got to kick him from there, but I never really approached her because, bro, this was my final year. I had to make sure my father's money didn't waste.
Yeah.
So when I now graduated and I had that time, I moved to her. But that's how we met, yeah.
And obviously, there's cultural, even though both of you are Nigerian.
Yeah.
But there will always be cultural differences.
100%.
So, what has loving someone from different cultural?
Her mom has been a big influence. Her mom makes me feel comfortable because her mom is Nigerian and I love her mom.
She will be the most happiest person in this life. Like seeing you, like, this is so.
I'll bust your head.
Yeah.
Her ex, when she was younger, like donkey years ago, because me and her we've been together 6 years, going 7.
Oof.
So donkey years ago, her first ex was from Angola. Her mom she told me the story.
She will never be happy.
Like her mom told me the story.
She will just be looking at this and like God
God
forbid.
Her mom told me the story that she was just lying down sleeping, and when she woke up, and then Anna, my fiance, now approached her and told her that, oh mom, I have a boyfriend and I would like you to meet him. And I'm okay, like, where is he from? Angola. And she just
yeah, of course.
Latibo Sibo.
I know. Yeah.
And her mom was like, I'm not going to accept that. And it didn't work out.
It will not work out.
It will not work out.
Yeah.
And then there came me, and when she told her mom he's a Nigerian, her mom was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Where is he from?
Even if you are handicapped, Nigeria, okay.
And she was like, where is he from? He's Yoruba.
Of course.
So yeah, there's a lot of cultural differences with us, but her mom really helps a lot. Like, I love her mom to bits. I get along with her. But between myself and my fiance, like, in as much as she has that Nigerian influence in her, we do sometimes struggle. Say maybe we're planning something or we're having a conversation. When I say something, her way of interpretation is different due to cultural background.
Yeah.
So in as much as she understands English, the way she processes things will be in Italian.
Yeah.
And maybe the way I say it, when she processes it in Italian to understand, it's almost like I'm saying something totally different. So sometimes the misunderstanding stems up so crazy and we might have to get someone else involved. Like, what do you understand from this? And they will be like, oh no, he doesn't mean it in that way. He's trying to, and obviously vice versa. The times she's trying to explain or say something, and this one is not even language barrier. I'll put my hands up and not lie. It's the Nigerian man in me. There are times she will say something and the Nigerian in me will be like, how is that going to work? Or how does that work? Like, what do you mean by that? Not on some patriarchal thing, but on some like, there's some Nigerianness in me and I'm like, how? But at the end of the day, that's how now. But it's her culture. It's Italian culture. Like, that's just who she is and that's how she understands her way of life. So we are still working on that. I mean, it doesn't cause rift or conflict. It's just when we're planning things or trying to achieve or do something.
So when you guys first started, what are the challenges, like the differences? What do you have like example of a particular one that you struggle with, like
in terms? So one of the, I might not be able to have like particular one of cultural difference or anything, but one thing we did struggle with when we started dating 2020, and what happened 2020? COVID, yeah. So we were apart for a year. So that the fact that we're able to even solidify that relationship
at that particular time.
At that time, and I was in London, she was in Wakefield here before I moved there. So half of about 3-4 years of our relationship has been distance, but we try to keep it going. But in terms of barriers, the language barrier, understanding that has caused an issue, I can't really think of one now, but it just happens most of the time. I think, if anything, maybe the wedding, because she wants to, actually, yes, that's a good one. So me, I don't believe in white wedding. I'll say that openly. As a Nigerian man, I don't believe in white wedding because it's not our culture. As a Yoruba man will say, Konshi Asha Ilewa.
Of course.
It's not ours. What I know is ours is my Yoruba cultural wedding.
Yeah.
But
proper traditional wedding.
Yes. But I'm not a crazy Nigerian man that it's only my own, and we're not doing your own. But she wants to have a white wedding. But I tried to talk her out of it, but she's like, no. My family is not coming to Nigeria. So we must, just like I'm going to Nigeria to honor your family, you too, you must come to Italy and honor mine. So I was like, fine, I have to respect that. But that's just, I'm saying it like normal, but I remember it was like a big deal then because it was like, where are we going to do our wedding? Nigeria or Italy? So we finally settled on, we'll do it in both places.
Okay. That's win-win.
As well,
win-win.
Yeah. And obviously I don't believe in white wedding. Like if you want the God factor there, God is omnipresent. He's there already. And if you want a physical presence,
that's one of the price you have to pay
for love.
Yeah,
exactly.
You have to. Yeah. Your way will not
always.
It's not only your way right now anymore. So it's not about what you believe anymore. It's about what we believe, what we want.
What works well.
Yeah.
So we met in the middle.
And if you want peace, actually, you have to say a lot of yes, even though you mean no. Yeah. But your yes more. if you want peace and the rest of mind.
Yeah.
Because they always want to win, and if you don't give them that,
of course,
bro, you have problem. Yeah. So, what do people misunderstood about cross-cultural relationship? Do you have one, like, because I know she already you've mentioned our own part, like the passport thing and all of that. What do you think the people they misunderstood about cross-cultural relationships? Do you have friends that are into cross-cultural too?
Yeah, I wouldn't really say misunderstood. Well, it can be a misunderstanding from cross culture, but one thing I've never experienced that, because obviously my girl is half and half, so obviously she's had the best of both. She knows how things are. But one thing I've seen, friends, or one thing even I myself have experienced from her Italian side of the family, is culture is a real thing. If you're going to get married to somebody from a different culture, the advice I will have is be ready to accept that person's whole culture as a whole. And as the common saying goes, I'm sure everyone that got married or is getting married has heard this before as well. You're not marrying your partner, you're actually marrying her culture.
Yeah.
You're marrying her family, and you're marrying her values.
Yeah.
Just as she's also marrying your culture and your values. So one of the biggest things or biggest shock is that culture. Like, for example, you and your missus might actually have an understanding. Yeah. Say like your missus is British or Nigerian. You may have an understanding and know how to work with each other. But then comes the moment of meeting your babe's family that are pure British and they've never really met you. And you will begin to then see, this is totally different from what I know. Like, I celebrated Christmas with my fiance's family last Christmas, and
I think I saw
it was the first time I actually spent time with like the white side of a family, which is the Italians. It was a culture shock, massive. Like, if it was even like, imagine it's not even like a British, because I live here, so I can understand it more. Imagine it was not Italian. It was language was already a barrier.
Yeah.
One person is trying to say something to me, and the other person does not even, and it was just different. Yeah. It's a big thing.
So what are the culture shocks?
So culture shocks for me, as a person, or as I would tell people, is when it comes to planning big events, the way you've always experienced it in Nigeria will be different. Like, for me, from my own angle, I was used to bang and knock out every Christmas, one house to the next. I'll be in Ijebu.
Yeah, of course.
My mom's hometown will be in Ijebu everywhere. Everywhere is popping. There's DJ, there's carnival, everything is popping. Then going to celebrate Christmas in a place where it's very solemn.
Is it like UK to quiet, dead like that?
Theirs is even a bit more lively. I'll give it to Italians. Italians are a bit more lively.
But
here, no.
Proper dead.
My first Christmas here, I cried. I'm not exaggerating. I did cry. Because I was living in a high-rise building there, my sister's apartment, and you could see the whole place, and I could see Noka and everyone. I was just crying, like, this is not what I'm used to. So now, from an Italian perspective, celebrating with like full-on Italians, it was different. Like, it was solemn. It was just like conversations, formal conversations, compared to when you're in Lagos, is bow.
Yeah, of course. Christmas.
Even my fiance, when she experienced her first Christmas in Lagos, she's like, when are we going back?
Of course. Our vibe is
different.
We are totally different.
Yeah, she was like, when are we going back again to do Christmas in Lagos? So even now that we're doing our wedding, she can't wait. She's like, Lagos Christmas is the best. Like, it's different, dirty December. But one of the, to answer the question, conception is, I would always say it's culture. You need to be ready to understand that person's values.
Okay.
You need to be able to understand their culture. You need to be able to expect and respect them for who they are. Like, for example, another example with myself and my fiance is, she wants us to get married the Catholic way, and I'm Anglican.
Yeah, it's not far from each other.
It's not far from each other, but Catholics are super strict. Have you tried to do something with a Catholic church before? Christ. Catholics are super strict.
Italians, I think they are more
Roman Catholics.
Yeah.
So
Catholics,
that's another angle, because I'm trying to look at it from, let's just go with the Anglican communion and get things done.
Okay.
But then with the Catholic, I have to bring my baptismal certificate. I have to bring confirmation that yes, I'm a Christian. My confirmation when I've been taking Holy, oh my guy, it's just a whole lot of stress. But yeah, in conclusion, there would always be cultural clashes and misunderstanding. That is a given, 100%. Even as you get to know each other, there will always be. You just need to learn how to adapt and accept it because that's the life you've chose.
Okay.
And you need to be ready to live with it.
So yeah, let me ask this. You know, back home, family is big.
It's massive.
We don't joke with our family.
Lie.
So, and where she's coming from, it's just the immediate family, like
nuclear family. Yeah.
No, like I mean, yeah, it's just me, my dad, my mom, my siblings.
Yeah. Oh, like
but
the culture of the UK.
You say meet my uncle, meet my sister, meet my extended this. Yeah. How does she cope with that? Like,
so luckily, Italians are like Nigerians in that aspect.
Oh, really?
So that was something, and I think I know where you're heading because quite a few men struggle with that. I've seen people complain about that, but luckily, Italians are like Nigerians where they are very collective as a society rather than individualistic.
Yeah.
They celebrate, they take everybody in as one. My auntie, my uncle, Italians are like that.
Okay.
But with what you're saying, man, sometimes I think those are the kind of, there are some conversations you need to be having if you're marrying someone of a totally different culture. Obviously, mine is different because it's quite watered down. She's half and half.
Yeah, that's
so she has an understanding. But for other people, I feel and advice is for them to have those conversations.
Yeah.
Even down to conversations about your children that you're gonna have soon. Like when we have kids, how are we going to raise them? In what way?
Yeah.
Because you already need to understand, as a black person, the world already doesn't like you. The world is not fair to you. So sometimes some people don't even prepare for those kind of things.
Of course.
Or you also need to make them understand, this is my culture. When we have a baby, my mom may stay with us for a while.
Yeah.
And you don't just drop it on them. There has to be an understanding. That's just my own opinion.
Yeah.
For such individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, communication is key.
Okay. What matters more to you now than before? Like now?
Peace of mind. Quality of life. And exploring the world. And that adds into peace of mind and quality of life. Course. And if you notice, I didn't say money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because my view of life is dystopian.
Okay.
In the sense that sometimes, I remember when I used to tell my colleagues then, well, my old colleagues now, because they've left the company and they're like, wow, it's quite a sadistic view. So my view of life is everything surely comes to an end.
Of course, yeah.
And
they circle to everything.
Yes, and everyone has the same ultimate destiny.
Yeah.
And like the famous Nollywood quote, no be me talk about, I saw it there for Bible. It's in the book of Ecclesiastes, because both the wise person, the foolish person will get money, person will not get money, person will fine, person will not fine,
yeah.
Person will be leader, person will not be leader. We're all going to go one day.
Of course.
That's our ultimate destiny. So that's, since I ever read that, my view of life has then been peace of mind, quality of life, and exploring. And by God's grace, to continue having faith in Christ. I had to put that by God's grace there because I don't want to be the one that leaves Christ when things get better. I mean, I'm not in a perfect or an excellent position, but I'm in a good position because I thank God for life. And I'm not really after huge money. Money is not my motivation. I just want to have
to be on the level,
on a level where my quality of life is good.
Yeah.
My wife is okay, and my future children to come are good.
Yeah, okay.
Some people will call it financial freedom,
but
I just like to identify it as a good quality of life. Because financial freedom can make you start chasing money to the point of money becomes your lord. And exploring the world. My fiance changed me because ever since before I met her, I never used to travel abroad.
Okay.
All my trips was just Lagos to London for Christmas. That's all. Imagine I had a British passport. I didn't even know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So since I met her, We've been to China, we've been to Dominican Republic,
Oof.
we've been to Canada, we've been everywhere. So I just also want to explore because I feel like God really gave us a beautiful life as humans. And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm about to say something quite stoic in the sense that everything in this life is free. God gave it to us all for free.
Yeah.
But some people woke up one day and say you need to buy and pay for things.
Yeah, of course.
So outside of that, I want to see the beautiful things God has given. You know, I love nature. I want to travel. I love culture. I want to experience different cultures. You know, I just want to have a good time. And so at least on my deathbed, if that's
You
my
smile.
destiny,
Yeah.
or if it's sudden, at least
You know that.
I know that
you've lived.
before I left this life, I had a good
you don't.
quality of life.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about financial freedom, good quality of life, and a life that fits in a purpose that pleases
Purposeful
God.
life, yeah.
Purposeful life. Yeah, that's it for me.
So yeah, because I know this past 5 years there's been a lot of growth.
Yes.
Yeah, to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way you define success might have changed too.
Of course.
So, what is your understanding about success now compared to?
Obviously, growing up, as I said before, success for me back then as a young 18 years old boy in university growing up was to do excellently well academically.
Okay.
And I give glory to God I did.
Yeah. Okay.
And thanks to that sad effect that happened in secondary school, it made me a different person. I achieved academic success both in masters and bachelors. So obviously that changed. Then what is now the new one? To get a job.
Yeah.
That was success for me. But now that I keep growing, for me, success now is to have a successful marriage and not a successful wedding.
Okay.
A successful marriage to come, to be blessed by the Lord with beautiful children of His.
Okay.
Something else I'm working on, God I beg, as well, is driver's license. God I beg, that will be a massive. Even my wife will probably go and she will offer cow to the church at Thanksgiving. She's been on my neck for it, but obviously due to wedding planning and something else we're working on to achieve, that has been on the side. But success for me now, as I just said to you now, is to have a successful marriage, have beautiful kids from the Lord that belong to Him, and just to live a life that fits and serves a purpose as well. You know, in the sense that anyone I come across, the gift God has given me, am I able to use it well? Because one thing I know about, I might not know totally what or who I am, but I give glory to God. I've been able to identify what my gift is. My gift is, I'm a huge extrovert. My fiancée calls me, I'm the nightmare of an introvert. That's the nickname she gave me. And I like to make people happy. Sometimes I can be laughing and be joking and I'm actually sad on the inside. Because I'm probably going through something in life. But I don't want somebody else to be sad. So I would rather sacrifice like my own however I feel, just to make you happy. So that's one thing I try my best to live a life of purpose, you know, be successful in that regards of making sure I use my gift in a meaningful way of making people happy, making people laugh. Because sometimes I might know my own kind of joke might not necessarily be a stand-up comedian type of joke, but I can be that funny guy. Sometimes it may look like, oh, I'm just acting silly, but genuinely I know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to cheer you up.
I think in that aspect we are actually more or less like the same. So how do you communicate your feelings then? Because, you know,
I don't.
You put, that's what I'm saying. You put people like their
Before
feelings.
me,
You understand how they feel, and and you act accordingly. So when it comes to yours,
I don't.
and you need people to like, you have to understand.
Because
I used to get my like before, because I don't take myself serious.
Same.
That doesn't mean you should not take me serious.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's me. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Me, I know when not to cross your line, when not to.
Yes.
But when it comes to me, they don't really know. Maybe because I'm not that open.
Yes.
They don't really know when to stop. Or because they don't.
Goodness,
Yeah,
that's
you know
me.
what I mean. Like that's
me.
why I ask that.
Yeah.
How do you communicate your feelings?
That's totally me, in the sense that sometimes I then even her should be like, Yusuf, calm down. I don't think that's how they mean it. Because me, I'm already beginning to think like, just because I'm a jester and trying to make it happy, do they actually think I'm an idiot?
I used to have issues like that. Like,
same.
Just because I don't take myself serious, that doesn't mean you yourself you didn't take me serious. You must take me serious.
And it's not like we don't take ourselves serious. It's that we just don't want to focus on ourselves.
It's not about me.
It's not about me. We just want to make sure you're good.
That's
So I really, really struggle with that. But I don't communicate, unfortunately, and that's one of my greatest weaknesses in life: confrontation. My friends are trying to make me come out of it. My fiance is helping. My best friend is helping. Even one of my closest friends, from day one, I did something upsetting and we finally spoke out, and he's also trying to make me come out of it. But confrontation is my weakness, so I don't. I'm still working on it, in the sense that when someone has done something to me that I don't like, because naturally it's already in me to make sure I don't want people to feel bad. I want people to feel happy.
Of course, yeah.
I don't know how to then reciprocate that feeling, because now I'm like, if I tell you, okay, I don't like what you just do, I don't like it, I'll feel like I'll kill the vibe.
Yeah.
And it will be off and things might be awkward.
And funny enough, those guys that you're trying to understand and all of that, if it's your own turn and you like a slight stuff, they'll take like boom, and you'll be like, you have been accommodating you, I've been doing all this stuff just to keep this relationship
going.
But you don't even care like
about
I know, I understand. I think we are on the same wavelength in that.
I would totally agree, and I'm working on it. I'm beginning to work on it. Even my sister is also trying to tell me the same thing. I need to work on it. It's not easy, because naturally you just want to make people happy. So like telling them off is almost like, oh God, I feel so sorry and so bad that I'm actually telling you off. It's a really, really bad, it's not even a bad spirit. It's just like a character development it's something that needs a character development.
Yeah, you trying to understand them. Yeah. And
that's what it is. You try to understand them.
You don't let it off. Like, now what I say to people, like, I'm done like understanding your stupidity. Yeah, I'm actually done. If you are stupid, you are stupid.
Yeah.
If you're acting, you are moving mad, I know that. Okay, yeah. I don't like you now. What I'm actually doing right now is that when someone is that bad energy towards me, I just like set myself away from, and I know it's not actually good. I'm supposed to communicate and tell you what you've done. But then I'm actually trying to
become avoidant.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Yeah.
So lately I've been like, I don't want. So I'm seeing like, and I don't like it. I don't even like it. Like me not telling you that, bro, this is what is causing.
Yeah.
I don't like it. That's why I'm asking you, like, how do you communicate? But then we don't have answers to that.
No. Because just like yourself, I'm an avoidant.
We don't have answers to that.
But one thing we both know is it's not the best way to solve things.
Yeah, it's not actually.
But it's just in us how to overcome it. One way or the other, we'll figure it out.
So last question on that is that what kind of legacy do you want to leave? Because this life is so fickle, and you said a lot about it, like you traveling and all that. So what is that?
The legacy, genuinely, I want to leave is, I hope to leave a legacy that has, first of all, pleased God. That I know that on Judgment Day, I can answer to myself to do everything that is morally right. But that's from a spiritual perspective. From a social perspective, the legacy I want to leave is a legacy that when I'm gone, people can say that, man, you did nice, so when he's never a dull moment when he's around. Because I sacrifice my own happiness sometimes. I sacrifice my own feelings.
Yeah,
for
people like
happy.
us. That's what we do most times.
So I want it to be a case whereby when I'm gone, I was able to use my gift of transferring happiness in a positive way where people would appreciate it, because as I said, my view of life is dystopian in the sense that the only thing one has to look forward to is leaving a positive legacy. When you're gone, when I'm gone, just people appreciate the fact that my gift rubbed off them in a positive way. And if I'm gone and my kids are still here by God's grace, so I don't want my kids to go before me, and I hope I go before them. Or if my wife is still here, I want them to be able to love, accept them, because they know that that's probably what I would have probably done. Or maybe due to the effect I had on them, they will be able to look after my loved ones. Yeah, just a good legacy where once they say your name, because no matter what, you'll be forgotten sometimes.
Of course.
So when people randomly remember, Bobo Lanre, man, you're nice. So he was such a good man. He was a good vibe. He had no wahala. He was easygoing, beating like him, something like. So that's just kind of like, for now, in my opinion, the legacy. But in terms of something I always think about to leave a legacy as a father is, I want to leave that legacy as a future dad where my kids will know, like, they had a pops, like, they can come to, anytime. They can be free with, not typical Nigerian dad lifestyle. They can always come and approach you for anything they need. Not anything they need, but like, be free. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
also to be able to give them and not be lacking, like my father did for me.
Okay.
My father gave me almost everything without lacking. Yeah. So just to
shout
be able
out
to
to
do
your
the
dad.
same. Yeah, shout out to Pops, man.
Okay. So one last question.
Yeah.
What would you say to people who are coming up and who are navigating through life, pressure and relationship all at once? What would you say to them?
In general, the advice I always have for people that are coming up, especially the younger ones, because my brother-in-law, which is my fiance's brother, they are quite young, and I enjoy conversations with them, and I always tell them the same thing. The advice I always just have is focus on what is right. Do what is right, because sometimes there may be pressure to fall into what you're not supposed to fall into, or to do what you're not supposed to do. Stand on your ground or your moral ground and do what is right. Don't get me wrong, we're all not morally pure.
Yeah.
But there are some things you need to know that if you get involved in this, I hear my budget. Yeah. 100. So the one thing I just have for those upcoming is, no matter the pressure from anywhere, even if it means whatever, even if it means if you don't do that thing you're supposed to do, that bad thing you're supposed to do, which can save you. Say, like, for example, there's somebody that they're about to be deported back home, and they really want to stay by all means. Sometimes I've heard stories, I've not known anyone, but I've heard stories of some people do contract marriage. Like they will pay to get married just to stay. Like, that's just like an example, not to go off point, but of where don't be so desperate to do something off grid just to achieve what you want. Sometimes let life take its course. Don't force what's not meant for you. Just make sure whatever you're doing, let it be morally right. In terms of relationship, you have to make it work. Trust me. Sometimes people say love, 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 love. Well, love is there, but you have to make it work. You also need to understand respect. And to my Nigerian men out there, it's not about sitting on the sofa and letting your wife do this, do that. You have to reciprocate love in all manners of life as well. Also, you need to have understanding and shared goals and shared values. Both of you need to be on the same page. Even if you're not both on the same page, you need to be with somebody that will push you. Like, my fiance, for example, she's a type A person, and I just discovered what that meant 2 days ago.
So what's
apparently that? A type A person is somebody that when they are planning something is sharp. Like, they are working on, say like they're doing a project, they want it done ASAP. They don't want to. That's how my fiance is. When she wants something, she starts planning. Like, this is how we're gonna get there.
That means you struggle with that.
I'm a type
but because
B.
you like chill person,
I'm
like
chilled. I'm
yeah,
type B.
you I understand. That's why I said you struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I struggle a bit. However, it's a good thing because don't get twisted. It's not that I'm not ambitious, so because if I'm
it's not about you. No, no.
The way I
think,
it's just for people to understand. Basically, that's what I'm repeating. Okay. However, the way I just take my life is it shall be achieved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like you'll be like, sometimes you'll be like, calm down,
and she hates when I say that.
Yeah, I know.
She hates it because me, I'm like, say like for example, now it's a like this wedding planning is a perfect example. Some activities we're trying to plan, in my opinion, is like, this thing is not even a big deal. Like, we can always achieve it. But for her, it's like, no, you can't say that. We have to make sure we're, and I'm like, or maybe we're trying to achieve a project that can be done in like a week. She wants it done in 2 days.
Yeah, of course.
Sharp. Me, I'm like, but we have a week. Like, what's the rush?
The type that you can even start on Thursday.
I can start on Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you. But just to continue on from there, you need to have shared values and understanding, whereby even if one person is a type A, both of you cannot be laid back. That's dangerous. There needs to be one person that is pushing you to, not to be ambitious, but the task. Obviously, sometimes you also need to calm down.
The two personalities actually work.
Yeah,
it will work.
Yeah, because imagine both of us are type A's. Christ. We'll probably not have fun in our life. But you know what they say, opposite attracts as well. So those will be my advice to the upcoming people. Just do what is right. Focus on what is right. There will be challenges in life. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Life is boring without challenges. That's why many billionaires are depressed, because they have all the money in the world. Yeah. They don't, every challenge can more or less be solved, obviously, except incurable health diseases. But outside of that, just do good, do right. If you believe in God, walk with him. Obviously, there are times we derail, which is standard. We're only humans after all. Yeah. But just do your best. Do your best, do the rest, and leave it up to the Lord, And relationship-wise, love, respect, understanding. Okay. I still stand on that respect. You need to always respect your partner, and you need to respect their partner's decisions. Like how I told you earlier, I don't believe in white wedding. Yeah. But I respected my wife and was still going to do it anyway.
Even if you don't respect it,
I don't believe in it, but I have to respect it.
You have to do it.
So I'm doing it. That's just, but I know there are some men that what they stand on is what it is. So you also...
If it shows you are actually not ready to bring someone into your life.
Yeah.
Because when you say, okay, is now starting from when you guys start living together, where you put this, you might not meet it there.
No.
And when you're living alone, you can put this for a month and it will still be there. Yeah. But now when you're together, it's no more you have to accommodate.
And it's funny you said that actually happens in our lives. She hates coming to my house because my house is like a war zone according to her. So anytime I go to her place, she's like, why is this there? Why did you put this one there? But I don't complain, because respectfully, I know as a human being, at first, even before as your boyfriend, as a human being, you're supposed to be neat and tidy. And I've come from my habitat to your habitat.
I think we, on some wavelengths, we are actually the same. I like my room. I don't like my room organized. Me.
Yeah.
I like it like I should just enter. It's everywhere to it's just like war zone. Like
war zone.
It's not like organized proper. Like my pillow is this. I just want to come back from work. I just jump on the bed
straight away.
And I don't in the morning. I won't lay my bed. But my wife will be like, why is it everywhere like this? I said, okay, fine. We'll have 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I will have this. That's the way I want it.
Yeah.
My room to be like that.
Like that.
Have that organized room.
Yeah.
That proper 100% room.
Yeah.
Whenever I want to be in that my rough room, I'll go there and I like it like that.
Yeah.
And you like your room, so just stay and I'll stay. Whenever I want to be in that my zone, I will go to that room.
It's funny you said that because
I'll go to that room.
I want a man cave. So I've said to her when we eventually buy a place,
Yeah.
I want a man cave. I think you and I are almost the same. I already told her whatever it is in the old house.
Yeah.
She's even said the designing, I don't have a say. I'm not complaining. Because if I design the house, it will probably be not to taste. But the designing of the everything is fine. But you see my man cave.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah, that's
However you see the man
bro.
cave.
When we
accept it how it is.
were in a one room self con, and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that,
yeah.
there's always a fight. Like, why are you taking this from this?
Yeah.
So I said, what we need is 2-bedroom flat.
100%.
All right. One room, just the way I want it. And ever since then, no fight.
There's been peace.
When she comes to man, I start. Why are you complaining about this room?
It's not
You
your room.
Yeah, you cannot complain about this room.
Yeah.
Leave this room just the way. If
yeah.
I like, I mop. If I like, I
don't,
Uber.
yeah.
Just leave it.
Leave
That's
my
how I
man
want
cave
it.
for me. Yeah.
That's how I want it.
Yeah.
So and ever since then,
Understand.
about that part, no fight.
No fight.
No. There's nothing to argue about.
No.
Nothing. Just leave it. If you say leave my room, I would never complain about how neat or how this your room is. Nah, I don't complain. So I think we have to. And thanks for coming. I really appreciate your.
I appreciate that as well.
Input,
And
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.